Hello and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your mineralogy teacher, Jen, and it's time for Throwback Thursday. This is Carl Wilhelm Scheele. He was a German-Swedish chemist in the 18th century. He was born in 1742 to a grain dealer and a brewer. At age 14, he became an apprentice to a pharmacist named Martin Andreas Bach, and he stayed in the pharmaceutical sciences for a big chunk of his life and devoted himself to experiments, which led him to some really big discoveries. Scheele discovered a number of elements important to geologists today. Like Lavoisier, he independently discovered oxygen, but he didn't understand the significance of what he had found. It happens. He discovered the element barium, which makes up part of the mineral barite, which is BaSO4, sulfate. He discovered the metallic element manganese, which is very big in geology. Dendrites. Woo! He also discovered the metallic element molybdenum, which is just fun to say. And he also discovered the metallic element tungsten. He also discovered many compounds as well. One of his biggest discoveries came from a mineral sample his friend gave him, and this mineral is pyrolusite, as shown above. He was able to identify lime, calcium oxide, silicon dioxide, and iron from the specimen. Now, these minerals would have been separate minerals that would have been just associated with the pyrolusite, because pyrolusite itself is a manganese oxide. And he was that's where he found the manganese. He just couldn't isolate it, but he knew it was in there. So, there's that. Now, what was really neat is that when he added hydrochloric acid to the specimen over a warm sand bath, it created this really nasty, dense yellow-green gas with a strong odor. We now know this gas to be a very toxic chlorine gas. Fun fact. Yeah, good job, my friend, good job. He also discovered a great number of acids, including citric acid, lactic acid, and hydrofluoric acid. He discovered a number of hydrogen compounds as well, so hydrogen cyanide, hydrogen sulfide, and hydrogen fluoride. He really liked discovering the dangerous stuff, which is why it comes as no surprise that, like many of his contemporaries, he died at a very young age of 43. There were no regulations on how to safely perform experiments at the time, so his prolonged exposure to arsenic and mercury, lead, these gases that he's been discovering, weakened him, and he had some other underlying issues that just made it worse, so eventually he died of mercury poisoning in 1786. Unfortunate. But he also helped us find the stuff that we really shouldn't be breathing in or licking or, all that fun stuff. So, thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and tune in tomorrow to learn more about the March Madness competitor Archelon. Fossilize you later.